Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along. Which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/zip. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/zip. That's ZipRecruiter.com/zip. ZipRecruiter.com/zip.
When maintaining your daily wellness rituals is important to you, the change in routine during the summer can feel daunting. Kachava's new travel packs help you stick to your daily ritual, even when you're on the go. Just one packet of Kachava's all-in-one nutrition shake provides complete nutrition with 25 grams of protein, 6 grams of fiber, greens, adaptogens, and much more. So you'll be fueled and ready for wherever life or your summer adventures take you. No fillers, no nonsense. Just the good stuff your body craves. Plus, it actually tastes delicious. But you can try it for yourself because the variety pack includes all 6 delicious fan favorites: chocolate, vanilla, chai, matcha, coconut acai, and strawberry. So instead of worrying about sticking to your daily ritual, simplify it with Kachava. Go to Kachava.com and use code FITNESS for 15% off. That's KACHAVA.com, code FITNESS.
Always follow the money. That's what I always say. You always follow the money. Yeah.
This is Follow the Money with Mitch Moss and Paulie Howard on VSiN.
Here we go. Welcome in. It is Follow the Money on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network. Mitch Moss along with Paulie Howard. We are live in downtown Vegas from the Circa Resort and Casino. As always, fun 3-hour program lined up today. We'll have plenty on what took place last night between the Knicks and the Spurs. Also, Game 4 Stanley Cup Final. We'll hit that several times. Today's Major League Baseball card. There's one game I think I could talk about for like 2 hours, and it took place. It's game number 2 of the series out here in Las Vegas between the Brewers and the A's. Insanity last night. Nigel Seeley on the program for half an hour. He's coming up in 15 minutes. He'll have his best bets for the World Cup. Jonathan Davis in studio for Game 4 Stanley Cup. And Derek Stevens on the program a little bit later on as well. We will begin with what took place last night in the NBA Finals. Look, the Knicks are now shop around 1.5 to 2.5 in Game 4. Total about the same, 216.5. And to win the series between $1.80 and $1.90. I got to say it again. I mean, if this thing extends out to 6 or 7 games at the same time as the Stanley Cup, 2026 here, man. And you said something right before the show started. June is typically like, here we go. Can't wait for football. Summer's really on the way. This has got the beginning of June is as good as I can ever remember, Paulie.
Well, you might have NBA Finals, NHL Finals, World Cup, and U.S. Open all at the same time. You might get this prediction right that it plays out like 1993, where the home team went 1-5 and the Bulls 1-6. After winning the first 2 on the road. So that was the only other time that the road team has won the first 3 games. And the Dog is now 3-0 as well. I didn't think they matched their desperation in the second half. I thought it lived up to the hype when Barkley and Shaq say they got goosebumps when the Knicks took the floor with the atmosphere and the president being there and trying to end the drought of 73. But to be up 7 at the half and then you come out and quickly tie the game. But I thought the difference was they've made adjustments on Cat. I don't know what happened to Bridges, who was not involved at all. Shamet was minus 20 for the game, and they were in the bonus 3 minutes into the fourth quarter, which was huge. So the Knicks started 0 of 10 from 3, but for San Antonio to be in the bonus that early, that's a major talking point. We'll see if it works out for Brown. But again, Knicks fans and players and people who cover the sport think they are not getting a fair whistle.
So I'm sure, and when we hear from Brown here coming up, and he was not happy after the game, he's setting this up now for Game 4 to get a much better whistle in that game. And I will point out, like, I mean, should that have been a flagrant on Wembanyama against Jalen Brunson? Well, let me remind people, for those who missed it, Brunson absolutely, as always, every trip down the court, he had a handful of Wemby's jersey. He gets mugged the entire game. Now he's fighting back and he's being physical. But that should have been a flagrant. The reason why they're not going to call him for a flagrant, Paulie, I don't know what he has to do out there in the court, but he will be suspended for a game if he gets one more flagrant. That's the way the NBA rules go.
He's going to knock that off. That's dirty. He put Alvarado in a headlock.
I know absolutely he did, and they completely ignored that as well.
Yeah.
So it's quite evident to me that they're not going to whistle him for a flagrant, and that's unfortunate. But it's the NBA, and I think one of the reasons why that they maybe got a favorable whistle. Although watching the game last night, I never really had a problem with the calls in real time. So Brown again setting up for game 4 overall, but that was for the people who had a problem with him, and I was one of them certainly, with like the lack of composure in game 2, and then to say, look, go down low, be a little bit more physical. You're 7-5 for God's sakes. That's what he did last night, and he was out there like ready to throw fists the way it felt.
The alley-oop, you can't guard that.
No, God, no, it's unstoppable.
It is. You cannot defend that play. If Fox or whoever attacks the basket and they just throw it up, and he's in the vicinity of the rim, where he can do his Inspector Gadget go arms and just tap it in or dunk it, you can't stop it. He's too big and too long.
Yeah, that's the kind of play that I wanted. Now, this is easier said than done when you only have like 6 seconds left, but that's the kind of play that I wanted Johnson to draw up at the end of game 2.
Yeah.
Because if you throw it anywhere like up there near it, he's got a pretty good chance of coming down for it and to win a game in that spot. I think you're right, where you said that they maybe figured out that Town is the head of the offense here, and the offense needs to go through Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, Panic Paulie checking in. He has 1 assist in the last 5.5 quarters.
And he has not scored in the fourth quarter yet in the series.
What?
Yeah.
He was a non-factor, and that's incredible that what they've done, and he's not getting others involved, and look at the assists now, so we have to re-examine that. OG was awesome. They were phenomenal in the second quarter. I mean, they set a Knicks record, finals, what they did, 42 points, 6 of 9 from 3 and 14 of 19 from the floor. But then that stuff vanished, and they couldn't throw it in the ocean to start the fourth quarter. Yep. But you knew, and it seemed like they relaxed a little bit, but you're up 7 at the half, and you knew that they were going to bring everything they had because their season was on the line.
For sure.
I didn't think they matched their intensity.
No, neither did I. I thought the beginning of the third quarter told you everything that you needed to know pretty much about the game. The Knicks got completely outplayed there in that small little window of time. And, I mean, they did not want halftime to come, I'll tell you that. Right?
Yeah,
and then also the kiss of death at halftime, what Barkley said on national TV.
Oh, my God, come on. You can't do that. What's he doing?
That's what he does.
Number one, you'd be outraged if you're a part of the broadcast or you're running things, if you're ESPN or Disney. Don't say the series is over. It's a wrap. It's a sweep. My house against your house.
How about that?
They come back at, I don't know if he hates Skip Bayless. He's become Skip Bayless.
Yeah.
Okay, and how about before the game? It's a must-win for the Knicks. What? How about after the game? Game 4 is a must-win for the Knicks. What are we doing here? Come on.
Well, I will, again, agree or disagree. This goes all the way back like decades with David Stern. The NBA and extending these series, is it good for business to have a Knicks sweep, or is it better for business to extend this thing out to 6 or 7 games?
Yeah, but also with David Stern's NBA, the big market team in this would get the calls. That's why we're a little bit surprised by what's going on. I know they don't want to sweep, but here's the number one market and the big story, and they feel like they're not getting a whistle. So let's see if you agree with this. This was Mike Brown after the game pointing out the free throw disparity in the second half in favor of the Spurs.
San Antonio played great. We could have played better. There were a lot of things that we didn't do that we did in game 1 and game 2. But to go 24 free throw attempts in a second half, that's 48 for the game if you think about it the way that they called that second half, compared to 8. All the shots we took, we got fouled 4 times, roughly, for 8 free throw attempts.
He continued, I've never seen that before in a finals game.
That's a very typical coaching move.
Yeah.
Again,
I think it'll work.
So do I.
Because you're not paying attention to that. You look at fouls and free throws after the game, or what it is while the game's going on, you didn't pay attention to second half only.
Sure.
But then you look, that's alarming, 24-8. At least he thinks so.
Well, I mean, how many coaches have done this in the past? Where they have a major problem with what took place in the game, and then you get a correction.
Bill Jackson was great at it.
Oh, yeah. We'll find out who the head referee is going to be on the case. I know Scott Foster was on game 1. Would you be surprised if he's on a game 4 type? As long as we don't see Tony Brothers again.
Right.
But I do think so. Game 4 is my most difficult game to handicap moving forward in the series.
Spurs first quarter again?
Probably. I think, I've not bet it yet, but I think, here's how I think the series plays out. I think the Knicks win a very close game in game 4. I think it goes back to San Antonio, and the Spurs win potentially in a blowout. And that would be 3-2 Knicks going back to New York. And then I think the Knicks close them out in 6. And I think that game is something that we're going to want to bet the under, like alt-unders on, where it's 91-86 the final. Because the Spurs are facing elimination. They're in that hostile environment again. I mean, points are going to be at a premium. They're going to play their absolute guts off on both sides of the court. Both teams will. Defense will be through the roof. The intensity is going to be something unlike we've seen in a long, long time potentially. And I can envision a very low-scoring game in a Game 6 situation like that.
The MVP becomes intriguing. What if they can solve or figure out and limit Cat? Then what?
Yeah.
OG was phenomenal.
He was great.
I expect more from Bridges, but the other thing, too, and it was a bad pick by me, Jefferson said it, the role players always play better at home. Hart also had more confidence, but I would, like you said, they're going to leave Hart wide open, too.
Oh, that will happen again, yeah.
He had the points. I mean, I think he had 12 early and then kind of tailed off, but I would also expect the Knicks to do that. Harper struggled shooting.
Yeah.
Johnson isn't hardly playing.
Oh,
giving
boy,
anything.
has he been bad.
Brian as well. He's hardly. The Knicks, at least, Brown has a lot more guys he can trust and put out there as opposed to the Spurs. But I would expect the Knicks to back off and make some of these guys knock down threes as well.
Sure.
And Champagnie hasn't been as a factor as I thought he'd be.
No, he was actually off the court last night in some pretty key moments. Who was the best player on the court last night, in your opinion? Was it Wemby, number 1?
Yes.
And then how would you rank him after that?
OG.
I'd go OG 2 and then probably Castle number 3 last night.
So they have been outscored in the series when Brunson's on the floor?
Oh, yeah, he's a negative. Paul, he has 80.
Yeah.
Think about this.
Yep.
He has 82 points on 81 shots. I think even like the most diehard Knick fans out there will tell you, yeah, he's not the MVP of the series at this point. Now, what happened to Bridges, I have no idea.
That was bizarre.
Like, there was nothing.
He had like 2 shot attempts in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Going in.
That was it.
Just disappeared out there. But also, you win that game, and Fox struggled. He hit the big shot late.
A huge shot.
But he was 4 of 14 late in the game.
Just keep racking up those assists, and we're going to be okay.
Yes.
He had 8 last night. He's the leader in that category as we speak. But phenomenal series so far. And in the first 3 games, last night it was a 1-point game. 3-point game with 30 seconds left. And in the first 2 games, we had a 1-point game and a 2-point game really late in both spots. So it happens to be 2-1 right now. It could be 3-0 Knicks. It could be 3-0 Spurs. It could be 2-1 Spurs. And we happen to be 2-1 Knicks going into game number 4. Mm-hmm. Longtime friend of the show, soccer bettor and analyst, Nigel Seeley on the program next. The World Cup starts on Thursday. We will get his best bets for the event with analysis coming up on Follow the Money. It's VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
So you're listening to this podcast because you want an edge. But what if I told you you're only halfway there? You've got the mindset. Now it's time to get the toolkit to match. Here's the thing. Pro bettors spend thousands on data and tools, but what they don't want you to know is you can get the same edge for a fraction of the cost with VSiN Pro. With VSiN Pro, you get access to expert picks, public betting data, prop projections, powerful tools, analytics, and more. Tap the link in the description and see why thousands of bettors are already using VSiN Pro to cash more bets.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
Time now for our weekly spot here with the owner and the CEO of this great property, Circa Las Vegas, Derek Stevens now. And for those of you watching, that's a live shot of Stadium Swim. Place is going to be incredible tonight for Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Final. Derek, good to see you as always. You're in early because you're going to the game again tonight. How do you even explain? You were sitting on the glass game 3, as you typically are, right behind the goal. How do you explain what happened in that game?
That was unbelievable. I mean, when it was, nothing after 1, everything's tight, up 4-0 after 2. I mean, it was euphoric in there. And, it was a weekend, the whole thing. And then, score 1, no big deal. Well, that was after we missed the penalty shot.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we missed the penalty shot. It's okay.
Who cares?
Is that the first time in front of you?
The penalty shot?
In front of you, right.
I think we've had a couple.
Have you? Okay.
But very rare. Very rare. So we missed it. It's not a big deal. You're up 4-0. Then get 1. And then boom, 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 boom. Like, what happened? What happened?
The range of emotions, I can't even imagine.
And we're like, oh, my God, I can't believe it. And then you go to overtime. It's tight, They played a little loose, but it was tight, zeros. And you go to double overtime, and we were in there, and I thought, this has got to be one of the most classic games we've ever seen at T-Mobile. I was trying to think back at a more classic game. Marner with the hat trick early, but if they would have lost, oh my God. Oh.
Devastation. Fastest hat trick ever. Fastest 3 goals ever. 39 seconds. 2 own goals. 2 goals disallowed.
Yeah.
It had everything.
Who would have ever taken Carolina after the second period? I mean, there wasn't anything posted, was there?
There was 70-1.
It was 70-1?
Yeah.
Okay.
There was some 70-1s out there.
So
but I'm with you. It was over.
Game 2 was the highest rated Game 2 in the Cup final since 2015. So the ratings are off the charts for the series. Has the betting interest been pretty high as well?
Yeah, it's been really good. Betting interest for both basketball and hockey's been real good. I feel pretty good about it. Yeah.
Okay.
Who are you going to the game with?
Tonight?
Yes.
I'm taking the Godfather. I'm taking Brent Musburger.
Excellent.
Of course, I'm going to be sitting next to Nicole. I got Jimmy O. Yang. He's got one of the lead roles in this new Vegas series.
This is
Roman.
This is going to be great for the city, right? And on Netflix, Roman, Isaac, Oscar Isaac, Baldwin. Yeah. Koppelman, who did Billions. I know you love Billions.
Yeah.
He's writing it.
Right.
It's his thing. They're ready to shoot it. This is going to be phenomenal.
They just got back from their table read. Got back yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm going to see if I work my way into I was trying to get a dealer job. I don't know.
That's great.
It's more reasonable than me being a valet. I said I'd be a valet.
Yeah, right.
I used to be a valet.
Yeah.
I don't look like a valet anymore.
Yeah. So that's on the list that you're going with? Do you have a prediction?
No, these games have just been unbelievable. I don't know. Like we said, I don't know how you go against this Golden Knights team. I said that remember we a week ago or 2 weeks ago against Colorado. There's just some different vibe going on with this team.
Yeah. Does the book need a certain side tonight?
No, I just checked. We're getting two-way. We're in pretty good shape.
This is an incredible Vegas Golden Knights jacket. I don't know how to.
Well said.
Yeah.
I took my old jersey, and I cut the sleeves off, and I had Vu make me a little jacket, a little embroidery, Circus Sports on.
There you go.
Then I got
Stevens on
the back
with the logo.
Name, all that. So we're good to go.
Absolutely.
Very good.
How did Bryce Hall do with his bets?
Oh, wasn't that fun?
Yes, it was.
When I came in to see you guys, that was Thursday, I believe.
It was.
And it was just a little hectic. He was right here in the sports book, and it was great working with Burapay. They come in. He was going to convert 1 Bitcoin into sports betting cash. And then he got fired up about the fights, and he transferred 5.5 Bitcoins. It was like $357,000. And then the way it works is it all has to go into your sports betting app. You got to go through the whole know your customer thing. And then he bet it all on 4 different fighters. He went 3-1.
Did he?
I think he probably won about $100,000 US dollars.
But
he won more because Bitcoin was at 65,000.
Yeah.
And then today it's 61 or 60,000.
I saw it went down a little bit.
Yeah.
So I had people reach out to me. In fact, some people who I had not talked to in weeks, and they were like, "This is incredible. I love that Derek is doing this." The tweet that we put out from you breaking that news here on the show had a ton of views and a ton of retweets and a ton of likes. What have you heard from the betting community about now taking Bitcoin?
Yeah, it's definitely piqued some interest, that's for sure. And to answer your question from a week ago, because I didn't know that. I didn't know the answer, but we did verify You could come into the sportsbook here. It's just at Circa. This is approved at, so there's no other casino anywhere. Just at Circa, you could go in, and if you've got Bitcoin, it automatically, after you go through the whole BurraPay KYC thing, it automatically goes into your Circa Sports account. But you can use it to buy Circa Survivor entry or Circa Millions entry. We've had a couple people said, "Oh, could I do Grandissimo?" I said, "Yeah." So those are all the options. But you can't bring it up here to get cash. You got to go through BurraPay, and then it goes onto your app.
Did you guys get mauled on the over in the Brewers-A's game last night out here in Las Vegas?
You know, I was surprised. We didn't do worse. I was at the game, and I thought, man, I don't like this at all. I see way too many ball games here at Cashman Field over my lifetime, and I think this number is way too light. Plus, you had the wind blowing out. The wind didn't end up being a big factor, but the way the ball carries, the ball just carries different in Vegas. You know, what are we, a little over 2,000 feet, but in a normal ballpark, you're gonna see a ball start to peak, and this ball just seems to lift. It has this natural lift. I mean, these home runs were just bombs out to right center. Shane Langoliers to lead the game off. I mean, an absolute bomb. And then the home run in the last inning, what they say was it was a home run, but it would have been a home run in 0 out of 30 other ballparks.
In fact, some of the data was so low it never even registered. To even how do you look at that as like a home run? In fact, I think it got deleted from what I was reading last night. Really bizarre circumstance there. But when I'm watching the game, and 11 were hit, some of those, as you said, like completely smoked out of the ballpark. Others, I thought, well, that's a pop up or maybe a pop fly, and then I'm like, oh, that's back to the track. Wait a second, that's gone. Yeah. And I talked to a bettor who was there last night, and he's like, Mitch, this is bonkers. I'm sitting here watching this stuff with my eyes right by home plate during the game, and it looks like the guy's going to catch it medium range in right field and then leaving the yard.
There was something very different from where we were sitting. We were behind home plate as well. We were on that second level, but you could see the ball. It's just a different type of carry. At any other ballpark, it could be Wrigley Field, you could be at Comerica Park. The ball starts, but here it's something to do with the way the heat is coming off, and you just get this lift. The ball just carries. This is not by distance. It's not by the velocity off the bat. It's just a different type of carry, and it was amazing.
Yeah.
The total tomorrow is 14.5.
Wait, what's tonight?
13, at least 13, maybe 13 and a half.
Yeah. I talked to Mike Palm today. I said I'd recommend either we take this thing down or I would put the thing up a little more. Uh-huh. I go 13. I think it's stealing right now to take the over. I want to be very careful on that.
How about the year fee? I got to double check. When I did this morning, it was almost $2.
Yeah.
I think the highest I can ever remember was a Coors game, and it was like minus 220 because the pitching matchup was so bad. But this is uncharted territory.
Yeah, and the wind's should be blowing out a little bit more than last night.
Was it fun to be at?
It was a lot of fun.
Okay.
It was a ton of fun.
Oh.
Can you tell?
I was out schmoozing the whole time, but I was paying attention enough. But yeah, it was amazing. I mean, everybody likes to see a 2-0 shutout, great defense. But people also like these these 14-12, 15-14 games.
We can recap this next time you're in. Can you tell us about what happens next Tuesday with Sigma Derby and a cult following this has, and why you're shifting it to the gate?
Yeah, we thought this is the oldest slot machine that's still out there anywhere in the country, and we felt it had a nice home at the Golden Gate, the oldest building in Vegas, 1 Fremont Street. We thought it'd be a great attraction. My second floor at the D, I used to have it as the Vintage Vegas floor. It's not really Vintage Vegas anymore. I got the sports book over there, and we got a few other things cooking over there. But I thought putting Sigma Derby inside of the Golden Gate would be a good matchup. And, of course, we're going to have a lot of pomp and circumstance as it comes down Fremont Street.
That's right.
Very good.
Dude, stay tuned for that.
Are you going to bet the game tonight?
Hockey game?
Yeah.
No, I'm not betting it because I'm going to be there, and I got a few too many things going on. So
okay, all right. Well,
would you make a goalie change if you're Carolina? He hasn't said what he's doing yet.
I thought Anderson got hurt, by the way.
Oh,
so I when he went down, we were watching him struggle a little bit. I would say I would want to know, and I don't know, we'll never know, but I thought Anderson was hurt, and he something's wrong with his back or his groin, so that would impact my decision.
Enjoy the game, Derek. Thank you as always. We'll expand on tonight's Major League Baseball card and much more on that Brewers-A's tilt out here in Las Vegas coming up next.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
Incredible series going on in hockey. Stanley Cup Final Game 4 is out here in Las Vegas tonight. Golden Knights leading the series 2-1. Jonathan Davis joins the program now. VSiN senior NHL betting analyst. Read all of his breakdowns with best bets every day at the website, vsin.com. Going to the game tonight. We don't know who the Carolina goalie is going to be yet at this point. How much of that factors into like all your bets for this game?
It factors into the team total play. Like I'm right now for me, like, look, the Vegas team total over 2.5 was an automatic. Just because, the numbers now, it was 9 straight games that Freddie's given up 3, at least 3. What we saw with Bussy last game, I mean, he played really well. I mean, it's funny because the only goal that went in would not have counted as a shot if it didn't go in the net.
I felt bad for him. Yeah. I know. To stop the penalty shot, to stop 18 straight shots, hadn't played since April 14th, and then you get the Mickey Mouse goal to beat you, and 2 own goals as well. Oh,
how about Marner not knowing that Bussy was in there?
He had no idea.
How can that be? He's left-handed.
Yeah.
You know what? You would think though, like the start of the period, that guys on the bench would be yelling goalie change, or something.
Yeah.
Was he so dialed in that he just didn't hear? I don't know. That just kind of.
Let me. What would you do if you're Brindamore? Because Freddie wasn't. I would do the same. She nailed it. They hung him out to dry. They're just not playing well in front of him.
You know what?
And these breakaway goals and the own goal, and they woke up once Bussy came in and the game changed.
He's paid to make stops, Paulie. I mean, he's got to make a big save. We talked about it during the break. The Hart save on Martinook in overtime is something that Freddie. The volume has gone up in this series for shots, and he's been exposed.
Yeah. I think that part is absolutely true. Yeah, the numbers would not lie about that. I'll say this about Bussy for tonight. There's something about, like, he didn't think he was going to get in the game. And all of a sudden, you trot him out there. He's like, okay, and he stood on his head. He was awesome. Well, he had no time to think about that. He just went out there and relied on his instincts as an athlete, right? Now he's had a couple of days to let this marinate. Like, was he sleeping in Las Vegas last night, the night before? Like, the anxiety level as a young kid like this, a rookie, like, does he go out there and perform like that when he knows that he's going to be the guy? I don't know about that.
No, he's 26. He's a rookie.
Okay, but still, yeah.
So he's been around a little longer. Here's the thing for Bussy. I mean, the guy was unbelievable the first half of the season. Then the Olympic break hit, and it was the worst thing that happened to him. His numbers went in the tank. But to your point, he didn't have any time to think about it. If he is the guy, he's now got 2 days to think about it. I need to see how he reacts.
Well, when are they going to announce this? They're dropping the puck here in like 2.5 hours.
They don't have to announce anything. Well, as Daryl Sutter used to tell us in L.A., come to warm-ups. That's what you'll find out.
You got to be concerned about Hart, though. That's back-to-back games now.
I'm not concerned.
Here we go. Hart gives up. He urinates on Anderson nonstop. Yeah. But Hart's okay giving up 8.
He's drinking beers with Carter Hart, yeah.
Because you know why? Because the difference is, and I've said this many times, this is Grant Fuhr in Edmonton. He's going to give up 3 or 4, but he's not going to give up the 5th. And that's what we saw in overtime in the last game. He made the huge save on Martin. Like, I'm sitting there, it's right down below me. I'm going game over. And like, oh my God. He's made big saves. Freddie hasn't made big saves, in my opinion.
Didn't blow a 4-goal lead. I'll tell you that.
He gave up 6 goals in the second period, Paulie.
Okay, the breakaways again. You got Oshie nailed it. They hung him out. They hung him out to dry.
Okay.
The team in front of him's been bad. Did you have the lobster poutine?
No, I did not have the lobster.
Did you have the steak and the twice baked potatoes? Did you see that too?
I'm trying to diet.
Oh
dude.
man,
I had steak in the media. They did have steak in the.
Okay. They had steak in the media room. Wow,
yeah.
That's strong.
Yeah. Okay,
good flex. Good flex. Yeah. Is it over if Vegas wins tonight? I ask because it's only happened one time in history in the Stanley Cup Final when a team's been down 3-1, they rallied to win the series.
I think it's over, and I would have said to you that if Carolina won Game 3, it was over.
Yeah,
on the other side, I don't. is mature and is focused. Like I talked to one of the Vegas coaches walking into Game 3, and I said, like, how was the flight home from Carolina? He goes, our guys aren't fazed by that loss.
Yeah, okay. I would say this. I don't have a bet on the game yet. There's nothing wrong with waiting until the game is actually started. They drop the puck.
No kidding. From a total standpoint?
100%.
Look at the last 2 games.
Sure. Because if we get a scoreless first period yet again, that total at some point is going to drop down to 3.5. Yeah. And it's like, okay, there's plenty of hockey left. We know how these games have gone so far. We might have a carbon copy of that, and I'd much rather have that in pocket than have over 6 and I got to be sweating the entire time.
I mean, my favorite play, I did play it. There's 2 ways you can do it, and you get to the same number. Both teams plus 2.5 goals and over 4.5, or both teams plus 2.5 goals and both teams to score 2.
At FanDuel? That's at FanDuel?
Yeah,
okay.
You can get that at FanDuel.
Good.
Okay.
Not bad.
That I feel good about. I think we're going to get to 3-2.
3-2 game?
Minimum.
Are we, now that Freddie's out of it, Conn Smythe, are we approaching a McDavid scenario? If Vegas loses in 7, that Marner could still get it?
He could. I guess because there's no one on Carolina. Like last night, I put in Jordan Staal at 100-1 for Conn Smythe. I mean, he's got 3 goals in the series. I know and he's only got 6. I mean, he doesn't have a lot of points, but guys, it's 17 years between Cup finals for him. Marner could, but I think that if Carolina were to come back, I would think somebody would explode.
Man, Marner feels like to me he's lapping the field.
Yeah.
I mean,
at this point.
At this point, he is. He absolutely is lapping the field.
That hat trick's going to go a long ways for it, too, I think.
But you know what, though? I will tell you, if they lost that game, if Vegas lost that game, the narrative would have gone from the Marner hat trick and 4 points to he missed the penalty shot.
Oh, that's true. Now, what if he makes the penalty shot and he scores 4? I would say it's curtains. It's over. Like, it's his award at this point, and he should be like minus $5.
Yeah.
Now, maybe I'm out of my mind with that, but...
No, I don't think so.
Okay, what are some of your other best bets that you have for tonight?
A couple of shots on goal props. William Karlsson and Jordan Martin parlayed them, get them close to around plus 200. Both of them at least 2 shots on goal in 8 of the last 11 games. So I really like that. You could look at Jalen Chatfield for over 1.5 blocks tonight. I think that's minus 130. Chatfield, I think it's 8 straight games and 9 of 10. He's had at least 2 block shots.
Okay.
Those are my favorite of the props. I mean, I jumped on Howden again. And Jordan Staal for a goal. You get him at over 4-1.
Okay.
I mean, he's got goals in each of the 3 games.
What's the number on Howden tonight?
It's 250. It went down. He didn't score last game.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And he went from 270 to 250.
They probably took a lot of bets on him then to score again and anticipating more action to come in on that tonight. Huh.
You've been on that. Good. How about the Oilers going with Babcock? That they didn't take it away, that they didn't want to fire Knobloch. How this worked out, and they wanted Cassidy, and they got to settle for Babcock.
So to me, Babcock and Cassidy are essentially the same person. Their personalities are very similar. It's not like those two are closer together, I think, as opposed to Cassidy and Torts. They can be both SOBs. Mm-hmm. But the way this went down, my understanding is that the Edmonton Oilers tried to play poker with the Golden Knights in the end, and they lost. When they were told no by Vegas, they leaked this, hoping that the NHL would say to Vegas, you got to let him go. And the NHL said, sorry, no. And then by doing what they did, by leaking it, they hung Knobloch out to dry, and they had to fire him. They didn't want to fire him. If it never got out, he would have been the coach. They would have surrounded him with some quality assistants. That's what they would have done. But they had no choice. The players are behind Babcock. You know, they went to the players after they decided they were going to do this to get them on board. Zach Hyman played for Babcock in Toronto, loves him.
Yeah. How about the people who were panicking about this Stanley Cup matchup going in, thinking that the ratings were going to be way down? Because ESPN PR put this out after Game 3. It continues to deliver. Actually, this was after Game 2. They had almost 5 million people watch that game. That's the most since 2015. This cup is crushing it.
I mean, I didn't think it was happening. You know, that prop of over 31.5 goals looks like it's...
Oh, boy. Unless you get 1-0 tonight.
Right. It's been fantastic. I mean, you know, people were going back and comparing it to the Oilers and Panthers series. You had some really good games, comebacks there as well, overtime games. I mean, I think it was you had the Brad Marchand game where he tied the game, or the Oilers tied the game late on a Corey Perry goal with like 10 seconds to go, and Marchand won it in overtime, and there are a lot of similarities.
How good? We can't remember the series. How good was Philadelphia, or excuse me, was Boston, Chicago?
2013.
Yeah, because that did well.
God,
There was a lot of goals in that one.
Dave scored a couple, I think, late in Game 6 to beat him 4-2.
I'm trying to remember. I know 2012 and 2014 because those were both LA. I'm blanking right now.
I remember 2011, Boston, Vancouver.
Boston, Vancouver was great.
Oh, this guy with the best call, one of the best calls of all time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He predicted this way in advance that if the Canucks lose at Game 7, the city would riot. Oh, it absolutely did.
Yeah.
Almost burned to the ground.
Well, look, I was in Montreal when the Kings lost Montreal, and they burned down the CBS News van, and the Canadians won. I mean, they were.
And that was a winning cause. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, it was nuts.
All right.
Anything else we didn't get to?
Remember, Canes, 13 straight wins off of a loss.
There you go.
Excellent.
That's
Excellent.
That would be the big one. Yeah, I mean that's both teams to score 3 tonight, plus 215. Both teams to score 4, 7-1.
No, reverse it. Go scoreless. Scoreless in regulation.
Scoreless
We're getting
in
close. It was nothing with 30 minutes to go the other night, and then it exploded again. All right, have fun at the game tonight.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Jonathan. There you go. Up next, we're going to grab a bite inside of our pizzeria. Long shot bets for small amounts that could pay off quite handsomely next here on VSiN.
To determine the winner of any given college basketball game.
Someone gives you 10,000 to 1 on anything. You take it. Take it. Take it.
I bet you $20 I can get you gambling before the end of the day. No way. I'll give you 3-1 odds. Nope. 5-1. Nope. 10-1. You're on.
All right. It got interesting last night as far as MVP because Brunson, the Knicks have been outscored in the series with Brunson on the floor. And they've been outscored by 24 points when Cat has been off the floor in the 37 minutes. So have they figured something out here, San Antonio, with limiting Cat, who has now had 1 assist in the last 5.5 quarters? And OG was awesome. And OG is down to 20-1 to win MVP. Cat assists no good. And Jefferson nailed it. He's right. I just thought Hart's only had 3 points so far in the series. Role players do play better at home, and he had 16 points, so he goes over there as well in an easy winner with the Phillies, as it was an anti-Corbin play that got there. Champagny still your leader. Most threes in the series was plus 270 before it started. Wemby to lead in rebounds is going to be a fun sweat. Brunson, 20-plus points in every game, plus 240. 3-0 so far. OG MVP. 40-1, down to 20-1. Spurs winning 6-1. Total own goals, World Cup under 10.5. There's a 9.5 at other spots. Hat tricks over 2.5 is a prop too. All hat tricks in the World Cup, 2.5. Seem high? Ooh, good number. That's at Caesars and Will Hill as well. To the new stuff.
I'll dive into that from like previous years.
Yeah, I also like that. We'll do some digging too with that listener sent over fastest goal, 53 seconds in any match. Both teams to hit 2 home runs tonight. A's Brewers, 3-1. It's under specials, Caesars Will Hill. And this has all the makings. Lynx and the Wings tonight. Minnesota's won 7 in a row. Dallas has won 4 in a row. And Dallas can score, and they don't really guard people. Their last game was 104-96. Go over 171.5 in this game, and I don't know what to do with Angel Reese, who is playing Chicago for the first time. You want to go anti-Sky, that's fine. They're on an 0-7 ATS run and 1-6 straight up since Rakia Jackson got hurt. Atlanta's 9.5 and taking money. But I don't know if I want points or rebounds or maybe both. Points, rebounds combined. PRA with her is 30.5. And she's averaging 12 boards a game. I don't know if she's going to maybe, I wouldn't be surprised if she has 16, 17 boards, but also she wants to have a big game offensively. But that goes in like 10 minutes. Good luck.
How about 14-plus boards is plus 172.
Yeah.
16-plus rebounds is 4-1.
And she just had that. She just had 16.
Did she?
Yeah. Going against her former team?
Sure.
Wanting to stick it to him for trading her?
I might bet 16.
Good.
All right.
There you go.
Last night, good night. Phillies first 5 team total over 2.5 at plus 105. Got there. Good numbers historically against Patrick Corbin and a pure fade of Corbin as well, tied in. And the game went over 4.5 as well at plus 105. Both those were winners. Spurs in the first quarter got the job done against the Knicks last night. That's a thing that I'll probably be on again tomorrow night. And officially now from the weekend, Matt Fitzpatrick top 10 did not get there at plus 180 at the Memorial. New bets that we have. Some pending stuff as well. Stanko, that's going to be a loser, I think. Stankoven, most shots on goal unless he explodes tonight. Champagny, most threes in the finals. Looks okay right now, plus 275. Couple of units here on the Knicks to win the NBA title. It is squeaky bum time if they lose tomorrow night.
Oh, no kidding.
And 2 players I recently bet to win the American League MVP. Jose Ramirez, 40-1. He has outstanding career numbers against Garrett Cole. And Shea Langoliers, also 33-1, who went yard tonight, and he'll probably have like 14 total bases in the game tonight.
Kurtz went 3 for 6 with 2 home runs, and his total bases is 1.5.
Golly. All right, so bets that I'm on tonight. I'm doing this with the Braves first 5 over 2.5. Now, Fedde, they're going to have an opener for the White Sox. Yeah. But Fedde has horrendous career numbers against Atlanta. Okay. So, unless the opener goes 2 full innings, that could hurt a little bit. But over 2.5 minus 130 for the Braves first 5 team total over there. I'm with you. We have some common plays here. Lynx Wings over 171.5 in this game tonight. Dallas plays absolutely no defense whatsoever. This another game to be pretty entertaining tonight if you want to watch it. I'm with you, Paulie, on this one as well. Got to take a chance here. A's, Brewers, each team 2+ home runs, 3-1. And then we'll call it a quarter unit bet here. Will either team in the game have 4+ home runs as 20-1?
Mm-hmm.
I got to take a slice on that.
Damn right.
What if we come in tomorrow again and we're talking about a game that's, I don't know, 12-10, 10-9, and we had 8, there's another 8 home runs or whatever in the game. That ballpark was, pop flies were going to the track and out last night. I couldn't believe what I was watching, so there you go.
Derek wanted him to take the total off the board. Yeah. That's all you need to know, my friend. Right?
I think so.
Championship season's here. VSiN Pro can help you bet it smarter for limited time. Lock in early bird pricing on our football season special, just $175. The sooner you sign up, the more value you get. Full access, everything we do across every sport through the Super Bowl, NBA Final, Stanley Cup Final, World Cup, MLB all season long. Go back, listen to the podcast with Nigel, 2 segments, his breakdown. Every best bet, every host, every guest, AI-powered prop projections. And on June 22nd, the NFL betting guide. How to attack futures, win totals, division races. Full season ahead. Let's go. VSiN.com/subscribe now. VSiN.com/subscribe.
NFL betting guide is one of my favorite things that we put out the entire year. Every year.
Either team to hit 4+ home runs.
20-1.
More than 10 is 20-1 also.
Will both teams score 10 runs is 10-1. I think I need a little bit more than that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Each team to hit 3+, 7-1. I can't get over the Kurtz total basis.
Well,
I can't believe that.
Don't we have to bet that then?
Yes. I'm taking the 20. You got to take the 20-1. You got to bet the 20-1.
On either team to have 4 home runs?
Either team.
Oh, yeah, I'm in. I already bet a smaller bet on that one. Yep.
There you go.
Yep. I'm looking right now at the Angel Reese game log. She's had 16+ rebounds in 2 games so far this year.
Haven't played Chicago yet.
No. She said
they also been impressive in some blowout wins too, but that's one thing you have to fade. They are 9.5. They could run them out.
Yep.
Atlanta can score too.
The price on her to have a double-double, it keeps going up by like 10 cents every game. I think it was last week when she was $1.80. Now tonight in this game she's minus 230 to have a double-double in this spot. What do you make of the do we have an announcement yet on the goalie for Carolina? Is Brendan Moore still being tight-lipped about this?
Last check, no. He knows what he's doing, but won't say. DraftKings has Anderson listed for saves. Saves prop.
What do you want to do?
That's interesting that Derek thought he might be hurt, though.
Yeah. What are your thoughts if Bussy is named the goalie?
I think that's the right move. It's why is the team struggling in front of Anderson? I love what TJ Oshie said on the postgame, that they hung him out to dry, and they did. So it's been breakaway goals and own goals on Freddie the last couple games. But for him to play like that, Bussy, after not being in there since April 14th, and to stop the first 18 shots and a penalty shot in the Mickey Mouse goal off him, another own goal to how they lost, I would come back with Bussy, especially if there's something wrong with him with the health. Which now, that's what Derek's speculation was because he's standing right behind him.
If they name Bussy the goaltender tonight, do you want to look at no goal in the first 10?
Plus money, yes.
You can get, using a boost at some of these books, I think BetMGM with the boost, it's higher than plus 130 and no goal first 10. That to me, also maybe first period under 1.5 tonight. Again, these games have exploded late.
Right. Yes, the last two games, not much has happened. The first two periods, 2+.
Yeah.
All the fun starts late.
It's 125-1 scoreless tie in regulation.
Oh, I think you got to come back with Carter Hart saves under.
Under?
They needed double overtime to beat me in the last game. That still would have won if it didn't go to double overtime. So that, and in Svechnikov, shots on goal, he had 3. It was 2.5. He needed double overtime to get there. That's another one.
By the way, I'm looking, we're all over the map here, but there's so many things going on tonight. Reese, 13 rebounds is plus money at FanDuel to get to 13. She's done that 4 times this year so far. Maybe that's just the bet. Don't get greedy with that. And here's the same game parlay that our producer Luke put together for total bases.
Total bases, good.
Rooker, Kurtz, Yelich, Contreras, Terang, Muncy, Soderstrom, all over 1.5, pays 40-1. That's absolutely possible.
Mm-hmm. This is great. We got another one tomorrow.
Yeah.
So hopefully all this stuff hits and we can do it again tomorrow, and the total's 14.5. Then see what they put up. But good job with the specials, though. Good job having the creativity with the game out in our backyard.
Stay tuned right here. Next up, Primetime, Tim Murray, Matt Humans. Tonight's guests include Las Vegas oddsmaker Jeff Sherman, DraftKings trading manager Matt Grill, and Betting with Behrman's David Behrman. Good luck with the bets tonight. We'll see you.